So we need to jump here. Yeah, we're gonna make it, yeah. We go down here for another extra thing. Yeah. Have I done that one before? I don't even know. That was a bit jammy, wasn't it? I love the world as well, like it's not just yeah. Oh, okay. It's not just black and dark. Yeah. Like here we're in sunlight, it's quite warm, but it still feels miserable and a little soulless, you know? They've done a good job of like creating a sense of there being a real world here, but it feeling like one a real world with different shades of colour, but one where you wouldn't want to live regardless, you know. Doesn't feel like a nice place, and you can tell that from what you see going on. Damn, I am really zooming through this, aren't I? I apologise. So once we pull that switch, these will come on, but what we need to do, it also powers up the lift or the elevator. What we need to do though, before we can do that, is open the gate. Because if we don't, once we switch them on, we won't have enough time to open the gate and get in the lift before these attack us. These are basically just automated sentries. We just need to stay out of the light, as they say. There you go. Do really like the 2.5D aspect of this. Like it's just, the gameplay is just so simple but enjoyable. I think you need to jump on this, yeah. The gameplay is so simple and enjoyable. Oh, okay. But the world behind it is detailed, and there's a lot for you to pick apart if you just watch what's going. That thing will shock us if we don't act correctly. You know, there's a lot for you as the gamer, like viewing it, ignoring the gameplay element, to dig into. Gameplay is relatively simplistic. But the world itself is, it's food for thought basically, not to sound a bit too cliche, but you know what I mean. In fact, a lot of it is implicit rather than explicit. Also makes you think a lot, like a good part of it is what your brain makes of it, sort of thing, rather than what actually happens necessarily. Because like, who are these guys in the background? Why are they wearing masks? Why have they got masks and clipboards? So if you haven't guessed, what we need to do here is just when we're in the yellow box, we need to mimic the actions of everybody else in the box. I don't know why. Seems a bit weird to me, but you know, whatever. And if you, once you're out the box, if you then mimic them, obviously you fail. And then you die. Really don't get how the dog gets you here. Like, wouldn't we all just be people who smell very similar? God damn, that's got hurt. Surprise, bitch. So if you don't do that, he actually just catches up with you. Which you don't want, because he will kill you. God, look at the city though, look how pretty that is. So I think we're doing this right, yeah, there we go. Because I think the last time I played it, I dropped onto that other box, and then obviously I couldn't then put my head back in the mind control helmet because the box was no longer there for me to jump on. So I had to put the box back, move to the left, and then carry on and do what I just did there. This is kind of weird. Pretty cool though. And how that was neat, because you can obviously like stand the guy on the top here, where the first guy is here, and then do it up there. But then, if you drop out of the helmet, like if the kid drops out of the helmet here, obviously he's gonna die. It's a neat little puzzle. A lot of these puzzles like are super simple. It's just like practicing again and again until you get the hang of it, and then doing it, and then once you've got the hang of it, it's really easy to do. I think that should be okay. Yep, there we go. Oh, okay, yeah, we gonna get up for some air though, first of all, and then come back down, and then drag this out. But yeah, it does. The game does do a very good job, I think, of like creating a sense of like with colour and lighting. It gives you a good sense of atmosphere, but also like you can tell what in the environment you have to use and what's background. Like there, because the handle on the palette was red, it stood out, and we knew it was an item we could try and interact with. And like with the mind control helmet, we knew it was something we could use because it was brightly there. Or like here, we know this is our destination because everything around it is black and light is sort of spewing forth from it, and it sort of draws the eye. Can't even remember what I'm doing here. Okay, I think I remember what we're supposed to do. So, let it get to the top, and then we come all the way across here. There we go. Get onto here, and then once it lowers farther, we can then just come through the door, and that is that. Can't remember what I'm doing here though. Where do we need to go? Oh, okay, now I remember. There's like a chain we need to jump onto. Up here. So we need to turn the water back on. There we go, yeah. There's like chain above us. So we need to turn the water back on. Then jump onto the... It looks like a suitcase, whatever that is, like a pallet or suitcase. And then use that to jump up here. Those trains are cool. Oh, okay. Not so cool. They're full of people. Didn't realise. Oh, okay. No. Yep, that's not good. So we need to stay out of the light here. I didn't realise it would start up before we got even got into cover once. So basically what we need to do is we need to move that handle, but we need to stay out of the light. So what we'll do is we'll use this several times and then duck back into cover while the light comes across. If the light touches us, as it did before, we'll get stunned. Probably going to take us a few tries actually, or a few turns. You need to be careful as well. It's better to be cautious with these ones than be too proactive. So I think you pretty much have to just come back across as soon as you jump to here, like the first time, because you can't avoid that. And then we hide here. Oh, look at that little steam train chugging along as it takes some poor people to go get murdered or brainwashed or whatever happens here. I don't know, it's not explained. Probably not a good idea to just jump off the chain when you hurry up, by the way. Did do that once and you just get crumpled. He does not die well, let's just say that. He crumples like a crushed, crumpled man thing. Boy. Yes. Oh, this one's pretty hard. This section. Dogs are not your friend in this game. I think it's this section. Yeah. Maybe it's the later bit of this section. Anything with dogs at any rate is pretty difficult. So what we need to do, lure this dog in here. then go under it. Like some sort of man-shaped mermaid. And then run across. Because if we don't do that, we don't have enough time to escape the dog. It just gets to us. Yeah, okay. And now we need to do this. So there's like 3 boards we need to rip off on this door. But we need to do it in stages, because we can't stay here long enough to take all 3 off at once, because these dogs are going to get us. So basically you need to do this each time. It's a bit tedious, but this is the dark dystopian future we bought into, so I guess it's what we have to do. Could have gone through there actually, but okay. I think with this one especially, it's best to be super cautious, because like I tried to push ahead, like when I played this the first few times, I was pretty aggressive, and I just kept getting killed, like torn to pieces by the dogs, because I was trying to do too much. But you just have to take your time and just be careful. Oh god. I meant to climb there, but you know, apparently we can't do that. The lost art of climbing, a 12-part series by Panzer.